Welcome back to another episode of In Our Lane podcast. I am your host, Emmeisha, and I am so excited to be here in the new studio. Let me know how you guys are feeling, the new vibe. Is this the new look for In Our Lane? I think so. I think I finally found what I like. So, I'm just going to hop right into the topic of the day. And so I have been taking these energy wellness shots. I buy them at Publix, and they are helping me improve my mood. And I really was having a hard time with my mood. I just really noticed over time that my energy level was off, and I just didn't really feel like going anywhere. I didn't feel like doing anything. And I needed to do something about it, and I just know that I wanted to do something that was healthy, and I didn't want to be taking too much stuff. So I tried the energy shots. They also have turmeric shots. They have just a regular daily dose shot. They have did I say ginger? And they might have another one that I'm not thinking about right now, but anywho, they really help me with my mood and helps me, just get through the day or any task that I need, especially if I need to stay up a little bit later. Cause baby, y'all already know grandma be in bed by 9 o'clock. And so if I need an extra push to help me get through, I am 100% going to be taking those energy shots. And so the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I just wanted to talk about just energy, period, and like how energy shifts. And that could be because you walked in a room or somebody else walked in a room and the energy just shifts. So I just really wanted to just talk a little bit about that because I had to hold myself accountable and realize that sometimes it be me. Like sometimes I walk into a space and my energy be off, and I feel like it rubs off on other people and it causes the energy in the room to be awkward. And I notice it when I do it, and I also notice it when other people do it. And so I'm just really in a space right now where I'm trying to focus on making sure that my energy is right whenever I walk into a room, and also trying to make sure that the when someone enters into my space and the energy in the room shifts, how can I navigate that without, making it awkward and, just killing the whole vibe, because everybody knows like what I'm talking about when somebody enters into the room and it's just everything was going great and now it's not. And so I'm just really in a space right now where it's like if the energy is not right where I'm at, I don't need to be there, because my facial expression is definitely going to show how I truly feel. And you know, my facial expressions is really a tough task for me, and it's like I don't even be realizing it sometimes that my face be looking how my face be looking until someone points it out to me. Because in my head I be thinking I just be chilling and I am hiding how I truly feel. But then when I look back, like say somebody recording me and I look back at it, I'm like, dang, I didn't even realize that my face was tooted up like that or whatever. Or like even when, I just be, I don't know, like I just really be in my own head sometimes. And I think that some people may perceive that as me having an attitude or whatever, but that's why I really don't like going places when I know the headspace that I'm in is not right, because I just don't want anyone to perceive whatever it is that I'm going through in my own head as I got a problem with them. Because 9 times out of 10, that's never the case. It's just something that I'm dealing with internally. Or it just might be my energy is off, my mood is off, and I ain't take my energy shot. And so I just really am not really feeling it at that moment. And I'm trying to push myself through to be in the moment. But I don't know, y'all. I just really think that energy is a huge thing. And I realize that I need my energy to be right whenever I walk into any space, because I don't want to miss out on great opportunities to work with people and get to know people, because they may have met me at a point where my mood and my energy was just a little off, and now they view me as this type of person. And I just know that that's just something that I need to work on. And I just want you all to also work on it as well, because my energy can be off and your energy off. And now all this energy is in this space, and somebody gonna explode at some point. And we don't want that to happen. So yeah. Watch yourself and pay attention to when the energy in the room shifts, and try to see what you can do to get it back to where everybody is cool and everything is fine and it's not weird and awkward. So yeah. All right, so let's talk about it. Pains of growth. I was watching this video on Instagram, I believe, or was that YouTube? I think it was YouTube. And I was watching a podcast, yes. So Tony Jones was on the Women of Tomorrow podcast, right? And she was talking about pains of growth. And I feel like I'm in that season in my life right now. It's like I'm growing, things are going great, and I'm seeing my hard work paying off, and I'm seeing all those days that I cried myself to sleep trying to figure out what was going on. It's all, adding up now, and I see, better days. And I feel like before I was sad and in my feelings and going through all of the emotions and all that good stuff, because things weren't going the way that I expected them to and that I wanted to. And I just know that God has a purpose for my life. And at the time, I couldn't see it. And so now I'm in a season where I see it, everything is in motion and everything is going according to plan. I'm also still having issues, and like I'm still emotional. I'm just like, why? And it's because with growth, it comes with a new level of understanding. It comes with a new mind frame that you have to get used to. And I just feel like sometimes, even when things are going exactly the way that you pray for them to go, it's hard. And on top of that, like, just because like your career may be going well and you are succeeding and growing on that aspect of your life, you could also be experiencing other things in your personal life that aren't going so well. So it's like, as you're growing and as you're elevating, other things are still happening. Real life stuff is still happening, and you have to deal with it while you're trying to also celebrate the wins over here. And it's hard, because it's like I feel like I kind of get in this space of like, why am I happy? And like I kind of don't celebrate the good things, because I'm always thinking about what could possibly go wrong. And I don't like that. I just feel like no matter what, it's just always something. It's always something. And you know, as I'm continuously growing, I just feel like I'm constantly, changing in ways that I never expected to. And letting go of the old me and forgiving myself for some things that I may not agree with today, and forgiving myself for acting a certain way when I was around certain people, or like just little stuff. It's just like as I'm growing and as I'm trying to correct those things about myself that needs to be corrected, I am, I'm loving the fact that I'm making those strides. I'm loving the fact that, you know, I am accomplishing these goals and everything, but I'm also dealing with the grief of who I used to be and letting go of that person and not feeling bad and putting myself down because of who I used to be. So I'm just in that weird phase where it's like, this is good. I should be happy, but at the same time it's like I'm not. I still get sad, and I still just be in my head a lot and not so much celebrating my wins. And so on top of all of that, she made me think about, as I'm growing, I'm starting to see that I'm leaving people behind. And as I'm growing, I'm starting to notice that as new people come around, they're leaving just as fast as they came. And that's okay too. It's like I have the space to be able to accept new friendships, but also I need to keep in mind that I have to be realistic and understand what I deserve, and know like what I'm gonna put up with and what I'm not gonna put up with, and make sure I stick to my boundaries when it comes to these new relationships that I have. I have to also be willing to let them go when it's time to let them go. And it's sad. It's even sadder when it's the people that have been around for so long, and the people that you feel like were your people, and the people that you feel like know you the best. When you have to let those people go, or when those relationships change because you're growing and you're going in your own direction, it's just weird. I just feel like I'm in this weird space where it's like I don't know how to read some of my relationships. Like I feel like some of my friendships and other types of relationships in my life is like I don't know how to feel about it, because I don't know. I just feel like some people, they haven't been really showing up for me the way that I need them to. And it's kind of hard for me to show up for them because I don't know where we stand. And it's like, I don't really like being in this gray area. And I don't know how to bring up the conversation either. Like, I don't know how to really address the situation the way that won't come off like I'm trying to come at them, or come off in a way where it's like I feel like it's an issue, because it's not, because I love you. And I feel like all relationships, you have to talk about things before they get to the point where there's no return. And I don't want to just completely shut people off without having a conversation. And because I noticed that in the past, I was just the type of person where it's like I just walk away without any explanation. I'll just leave it alone, leave it where it's at, and I just walk out people's life without even telling them why. And I didn't like that about myself. So I'm really in trying to figure out how to have the hard conversations with people, and being ready for whatever the outcome is. And I feel like that's the hold up for me, is that I don't know how, like, what's going to come out of the conversation, but I have to be willing for it to go either way. I have to be open for it to go either way. I have to be ready for it to go either way. And whether the relationship is going to get better and we're going to work at it and move forward, or are we going to walk away, go our separate ways. So that's kind of like the little gray area that I'm in right now. And yeah. So let's get right into places to go, things to do. Y'all, for my birthday, I went to Chateau Elon. Did I say that right? Chateau Elon. And I just want to tell y'all a little bit about my experience. And so when I first got there, beautiful. Chateau Elon is like an escape. I felt like I went out of town, even though it was only like an hour and a half away. I felt like a princess, and I really love it there. I don't think it was my birthday's in April, so I feel like I don't think that's when the grapes really grow on the vines during that time. I don't think it's their season. I don't think it was their season because I didn't see any grapes on the vines. I saw the vines, but I didn't see any grapes. And so I was like, okay, so we just came, not during the season when they're growing. That's fine. It was still kind of cool in April. So during the day, it was a little warm, but at night, it definitely got a little chilly. My favorite part of the whole experience was the spa. I could have just stayed at the spa because I didn't know that you can book rooms at the spa and just stay there at the spa and then just wake up and go get your massage, or wake up, go get your facial, or go get into the pool, or whatever you want to do. I didn't do the pool. I didn't get into the pool. I didn't do the jacuzzi or the sauna or anything like that. I only did the facial and the massage, and I wish I would have booked a longer time because by the time she got done, I was like, what are you doing? I was like, it's over? We done? All right. Because I was like, baby girl, I thought we was just getting started. So, yeah, it was amazing. The food there. What was the name of the breakfast place? Dang. It's like Fleur de Chateau. I don't know. I could be lying. But the breakfast there at the spa, I had to double back. Because when I tell you the breakfast there is everything, the fresh pastries, the eggs were cooked to perfection. I had avocado toast one morning. The bacon was good. The French toast was good. Everything was delicious, and you just gotta go try it for yourself. When I tell you, it's just so peaceful with the music in the background, and the people were so nice. But yeah, I definitely gotta go back just for the spa because I loved it. I didn't go on the tour because we kept missing them, and we just didn't make it. Like, that was just a very relaxing trip for me. I was really just chilling and relaxing and just spending time with my boyfriend. And yeah, the spa was it for sure. The wine tasting thing, we tasted a few wines and we didn't do the tour. What else happened? I'm trying to say all of the positive things first before I get into the negative. I think that's all I got. So, first of all, what I didn't like about Chateau... Oh, the room was gorgeous, by the way. I forgot to mention that. The room was gorgeous. And the Mark, I believe, restaurant that's where the in the other building, their food was really good. We had dinner there. Now, what I didn't like was it's like the food area when you first come into the okay, so we at Chateau Line they have the main hotel and then they have another hotel on the other side that's another like a Hampton Inn or something like that. But we stayed at the main Chateau Line where you go in, it's like a little staircase, and you go down, and it's like a little food place, a little restaurant or whatever, bar and everything. So we went there for lunch, and I got there, and I'm standing there at the little podium waiting to be seated, and no one comes up to us. And I'm just like, okay, let me just chill out or whatever. And I'm like, are they closed? They're not, accepting any more customers right now. Like, what's tea? Standing there. Nobody comes up to us to seat us. Nothing. So my boyfriend goes to the bar, asks the bar if somebody can help us. He said someone's coming. Nobody came. So another couple who were white came up behind us, and as soon as they stood in line behind us, here comes somebody and looked straight past us and asked them if they wanted to be seated. And that really hurt my feelings because I was literally standing there for a good 5 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, maybe, give or take. And as soon as the other couple came, someone came up and helped them, and she sat them down. And I'm like, okay, I'ma just let it slide. Once she seat them, she gonna seat us, and I'm gonna be cool. It's whatever. After she sat them down, she went back to doing whatever she was doing and didn't even come back to check up on us to sit us down. And that's when I lost it. So I walked my little happy behind over there to her, and I was like, you didn't see us standing here waiting to be seated, but you sat them before us. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, I didn't see you. Am I clear? Like, I see you, you see me, you saw them. And I just felt so disrespected. I just really felt so disrespected. And I'm just like, okay, I see what type of time y'all on. The food took forever. And I was just like, y'all better be glad that I'm just chilling, I'm relaxing, and I'm trying not to do too much because y'all, that really made me upset. I don't like when people try to ignore me. And I'm not trying to make it a color thing, but I can't help but not to think that that's what it was. I can't help not to think that, oh, you saw a black couple standing there and you was like, oh, they could figure it out. But as soon as a white couple comes, you treat them with the utmost respect and give them amazing customer service. I don't like that. So, didn't go back there. We went to, I think it's called Louis or something like that. That's upstairs. And their food was really good. It was a vibe in there. I kept falling asleep. So I kept missing the live shows because they had live music on some nights. And I kept missing those days because I kept falling asleep. So yeah. And I talked about Mark. And they had another restaurant there, but we didn't go to that one. But yeah, so my birthday Chateau Line experience was amazing. I can't wait to go back because it's a nice trip away from home, a cute little staycation if you stay here. But if you're not from Georgia and you don't stay here and you still want to come, I highly recommend you do it. I would just say don't go to the little restaurant downstairs when you first get into there because they're rude. The people who work over there, they're rude and I don't like them. So that's that. But everybody else that worked on the other parts of Chateau Elan, they were pretty cool, and I love the fact that they had shuttles that take you everywhere you want it. And they have bikes that you can get and just go for a stroll, whatever. Go for a ride. If you want to, they have tennis courts you can play. If you want to, they have like just a whole bunch of things. We didn't get in the pool. I didn't go to the pool. We sat by the fireplace. They got a nice little fire pit area where you could sit, and it was just a vibe and beautiful. And yeah, so if you want to go to Chateau Elan, I highly, highly, highly recommend it for sure. Yeah, so make sure you follow In Our Lane everywhere on all platforms at underscore In Our Lane. And if you want me to be a guest on your show, I would love to be a guest on your show. I am open. I am open. I am open. Just hit your girl up, okay? So let's get right into it. Emmeisha's watch list. So, y'all, season 6 of The Shy had me shooketh. Okay? Now, I don't know why they had to do my boy Rob like that, but I don't like it. He did not have to die like that. He really didn't. And I understand old boy is supposed to be the new Duda or whatever. My thing is he could have became the new Duda, but went about it a different way, in a way that prevent the same type of behavior continuing. But anywho, it's the storyline, so it's whatever. But yeah, I just love The Shy. I cannot wait for for season 7. I love how the characters are developing. I love watching each of them grow and just looking at their the characters develop over time. Y'all gotta stop playing with me when it comes to Keisha and them babies. Because when I thought Keisha and that little baby had blew up in that car, I almost lost it. I had like a little tear had started to come down a little bit. And then when she stepped outside that dang on door, I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Because I don't know what I was going to do if Keisha had blew up like that, because I just feel like her character had went through so much. I just feel like Keisha went through so much. Why would she die like that? Why would her character die blowing up with her son? Like, that's crazy. And now she's pregnant with Emmett's baby, and I'm happy for them. They already got a whole bunch of kids, but I'm happy that they are having a child together because now they're together and everything. But I just really hate that Rob had to die, because Tiff loves him and they were doing really, really good in their relationship, and now he's gone. And I just can't wait to see what happens with her character now that her man is gone. And I hope that she finds a new love interest. Because I just know that this time, when the season comes back around, I just know that she's gonna have a hard time. And I just hope that eventually she does have a happy ending at the end of the day. So I don't know. I don't know what season 7 is gonna bring, but I do love the fact that the mayor, I can't remember what his character name is right now, but the mayor, I'm so happy that him and his woman is back together. And yeah, like just all of the characters, like I just can't wait to see and I just pray, since Duda is gone, that boy can finally write his dang on book in peace and go on by his life and get out of that drug stuff. But it's looking like, I don't know. oh boy probably not gonna get him a hard. I feel like oh boy gonna get him a hard time. And then I don't know what's up with Bakari's sister. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm excited. I love The Shy. If you haven't watched The Shy, go ahead and check out The Shy. You won't regret it. All right. So, ask Misha. I need you guys to send in your advice letter so that I can help you in whatever it is that you need help with. And it doesn't even have to be an advice letter. If you don't need help in your life, I get it. If you don't want my opinion about your personal life, I get it. But Ask Misha is also about asking me about questions about me and how I feel about certain things. So you just ask me a question about anything and I'll let y'all know. So I got a question about the whole 50-50 in relationships. And I posted and I said that I personally feel like every relationship is different and every relationship got to do what works best for them. I just feel like realistically, a lot of people have to go 50-50 in their relationship because that's just what makes sense for their household. But I just also feel like me personally, in my personal relationship, the man that I marry, I don't think that I want to marry someone who needs me to go 50-50 with him. Whew, that's tough. But I said it. I just had to really sit down and be realistic about the situation. And I realized that I don't think that I want to be in a relationship where I have to go 50-50. And what I mean by that is that I don't want it to be like if I didn't, our lives would completely change. Like I want it to be to the point where it's like, of course I put in whatever I put in for our life to work, how our lives work or whatever. But I don't want it. If I could have it my way, I would prefer that my man could do everything without me and I'm just an addition to the pot. Like I don't want it to be if I didn't have my half of the pot, we'd be asked out. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't want it to be where if anything changes between both of our situations that it will be a drastic change to our life. And I fear that, and that could go both ways. Like if I was the breadwinner and I was taking on majority of the stuff, and something happened to me, now we asked out, and I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like both parties in a situation should be able to take care of whatever the household expenses are. I feel like if we both stay in a place where, let's just for simple terms, where the rent is $1,000, right? If I put up 500, you put up 500, and let's just say something happens to my situation or whatever, to where I can't put up that 500, that you can't put up that 500 either, because now y'all didn't do something right and something not adding up. Because I feel like at the end of the day, regardless if either one of you get in a fucked up situation, the other person should be able to support y'all and keep things afloat until the other person can get back to doing their part and doing their share. But I feel like a lot of people find themselves in situations where you try to base your living situation on y'all be trying to base y'all living situations and it don't be making sense. Like I don't know. Personally feel like if you have to go 50-50 on something, both of y'all should be able to afford it 100%, whatever it is. And y'all are just choosing to, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. It's just that whole 50-50 conversation is annoying. And I just feel like if in my relationship, if I have to go 50-50, I just feel like, what are we doing? I don't know. In my perfect world, I would want the money that I bring in to go towards, savings and investing in business, making business plans and things like that. And not necessarily have to be focused on like household bills. And that way we're all that money that I'm saving and stacking up, if it so happens to be a rainy day and we need to step in and pull from what I've been stacking, cool. But I feel like if my man needs my half, I think that's an issue. And I feel like, I don't like that idea. I'm just saying. I don't know. Bite me. But yeah, so I just feel like that's a tough situation. And like I said, I feel like every situation is different. Every season is different. And the way that I feel today might not be the way that I feel 10 years from now, 5 years from now, who knows? But I don't know. I just feel like in my perfect world, if I could create a perfect, scenario, I wouldn't want to have to go 50-50. I would more so like for my man to be able to afford, to do the household things on his own, and that if for whatever reason I needed to step in, I can. That's just my ideal situation. However, realistically, I haven't met a man where he take cares of everything 100%, and that's just a fact. And I just had to over time be a little bit more realistic and be a little bit understanding and allow for the man to work and build. And that's the space that I'm in. I'm just trying to be more understanding and being more realistic about the situations, because I know it's tough out here, and it's just hard for one person to be able to take care of everything by themselves. So let alone you taking care of everything in the house. Plus now it's me and my shopping, and I like to go on dates, and I like to go on trips, and that's just extra on top of that. And I just feel like, honestly, in today's society, it's kind of unrealistic for us to feel like that every man is going to be able to create that fantasy of, oh, my man take care of everything and I don't got to worry about nothing. I just feel like it's more men out here that can't, that can. And that's just a realistic situation. And, hopefully eventually, down the line, my situation would be at the point where I don't gotta really worry about nothing. But if I don't work, that'll be a problem. If I don't make my own money, that would be an issue, because if I fully depended on him to take care of, I don't live with nobody. Let's just be clear. But if I did live with my significant other, and I just feel like if I live with my significant other, realistically, I'm going to have to put in a little bit right now, because That's just what it is. And I don't know how I feel about that. That's why I just feel like people need to live separately. When you're dating and you're in a relationship, in my opinion, y'all need to live separately and get y'all shit together separately before y'all try to do the whole let's come together and get a house together, and then you have to figure out who paying what. I just feel like if both of y'all are secure and both of y'all are financially secure and y'all are able to make that move, then that's cool. But I feel like a lot of people can't even do it on their own. So I just feel like when you get in that situation where now you depending on the other person to do they have, and then they have coming up short, now it's causing a little ruckus in the situation. I just feel like that's what stuff start getting sticky, when it's like, I don't know, when people can't do they have like they said they would. Yeah, so that's that. I wish I had someone else here to kind of like bounce off of. But yeah, so child, I said a lot. Okay, so it's time to end this show, you guys. And of course I have to remind you to stay in your lane, because he will make you new again. He made me new again. And I got this from church maybe a couple weeks ago. That just was heavy on my heart to share with you all, that he will make you new again. And I'm constantly becoming new over and over and over again, and shedding those layers. And like I said, those growing pains are real. Like I just constantly see every year it's a new challenge. Every year it's a new level. And God will never leave you. And he will always make sure you are equipped for every room that you walk in, for every opportunity that comes your way. And accept the newness that he is bringing your way. And it's okay to let the old stuff go. It's okay to, allow things to change. Like we're constantly changing. And if you're not, then that's a conversation that you need to have with him. Like, what's going on? Okay. So yeah, like I said, he will make you new again. He constantly makes me new. I am constantly learning new things about myself. I'm constantly, getting rid of old habits. And, sometimes we fall short, but we get back up and try again. And yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I feel like I did a great job today. And I hope you guys love the new studio space. Like I said, I am Emmeisha. You can follow me everywhere at EMMEISHA. And you can follow the podcast at _ in our lane. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And what else I have coming up? Okay, I forgot to mention that I will be having In Our Lane Live. It's finally here. In Our Lane Live is finally here. If you have been listening for some time, you know that that's something that I have been trying to, get into the works, and it didn't really go the way that I planned it before, but that's all because everything was leading up to this moment, and I just wanted to wait until everything made sense, and I really wanted to wait until I can really put on the show that I know I can. And so now I'm in the phase of where I'm just trying to do the run of show and try to figure out how I want to go about it, because it's a live experience. It's not just the regular sit down podcast. And Yeah, so I know I'm going to have some of the segments of the podcast on there, but I have the interactive part where I'm going to, try to get the crowd involved a little bit. And I don't know, I'm just trying to think of something. I'm not going to be doing a whole performance though, y'all. Like, I'm not going to be busting a move. Not this time. Maybe the next live show, I'll, get up and dance and everything because I'm a dancer too, and I know that I would love that. But for right now, I'm just trying to curate the show the best way that I can. I have a 2-hour slot. I do have some free tickets to come see the live show. So if you want to get some free tickets to the live show, you just need to head over to my Instagram and look at the post where it has the rules. You have to follow the podcast Instagram page. You have to follow @_in_our-lane. And you also have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. You have to subscribe to Emmeisha TV. And after you do that, all you have to do is just DM me when you're done, and I'll send you the link so that you can get your free ticket to the show. Now, one thing I will say is that the tickets to the show is only for my podcast part, which is from 3 to 5 at Afrofest. So I will be at the podcast stage at Afrofest. Now, if you want to get tickets for the actual Afrofest part where they have a panel on one part during the day, and then if you want to go see the artists and the DJ sets and all of that stuff, that's later, like that's the later part of the festival, then you have to buy tickets for that. So I'm working on doing a giveaway, trying to get some free tickets for the whole day, for the whole festival, so that if you wanted to be there from the beginning to the end, you can. But those tickets cost like, I think $200. You have to go on the website to be sure, but I believe that the all day passes are like $200. But the general admission passes, no, I take that back. The VIP packages are the $200, and that includes like the meet and greet, and don't let me tell y'all, I need to look up the details or whatever. But yeah, so if you just go to afrofestatlanta.com, all of the information should be there for you. So yeah, and I do know for sure that the general admission tickets are $50. So if you go on the website, see all that entails. But if you want a free ticket to the podcast live, let me know, and your girl got you. I believe I have 19 more, so get them while I still have them. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next show. Bye.